with my audio there. Okay. How is my audio doing? I wanted to make sure I had to switch between my speakers and stuff. If you all know how I rushed in here to try to do this reading and try to be on time, you will be proud of me, okay? I had just got done doing some housework. Because we've been having a bit of some storms and stuff like that here. Trees have been falling over, and shingles flying away, and roofs flying, and all types of stuff. So I had to kind of resecure some things in the midst of all of this because of that, because of the storms we've been having. And we're in the middle of a heat wave, so that's always very interesting to have all of that happening. But I made it. I'm here. And I just kind of wanted to cleanse out my space and whatnot, clear it all out. But here I am. We're going to do this reading on Kanye West because this is something that I had planned for a while. I kind of just wanted to be me being nosy, but also hoping that this was all just make-believe. It was a lie. In regards to Kanye's manager saying that, his dentist allegedly has got him hooked on is it nitrous or like laughing gas, something like that. They particularly use it, I think, in dentistry, to kind of like put people to sleep or to make things, comfortable when they're pulling your teeth and stuff like that. But Kanye has been using it for, allegedly, according to his old manager, he's been using it for his own private reasons without medical supervision. And if this doesn't trigger people, you must not be old enough to know about the whole issue what happened with Michael Jackson. They've said there's been a couple celebs where their doctors prescribed them medication or was given the medication without, due cause, and it caused them to get addicted and expire. So even though Kanye is not my cup of tea, I hope it's all a lie. I hope it's not true that this has been going on and that people are watching over him. It would explain some of the erratic behavior he has kind of been under and been wanting to do for like the past, 5 years, maybe 10 years. So again, I also understand it because, he lost his mom and she seems to have been a very important and integral part of him. And he lost her in kind of a horrendous way without closure, I guess you would kind of say. So I get why he probably is like self-medicating, but I would have hoped he would have had a strong enough village around him to where people cared enough for him to where they wouldn't let him kind of be in this situation. But yes, here we are going to do this reading. But before I do kind of want to issue my disclaimers. As you can all see along the bottom here, all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only. I am an intuitive tarot reader, so that means I'm just reading off of vibes. I'm reading off of what I'm feeling. I am reading off of what may be coming through, what I am interpreting. That does not mean that my interpretation, what I am explaining to you is correct. As I typically like to explain to people, it's kind of like I've been given the Rosetta Stone and I am trying to translate what is on this stone to you all. And as you know, when you're doing translations, there's no one-to-one thing. Everything don't always translate over correctly or just right. So I am kind of trying to interpret it for you. So that's essentially what my role is here. On top of that, if you are someone who is new to tarot, if you're new to this channel, hello, welcome, come on in. How are you liking it so far? I'm normally not this dry, but I just kind of feel pressured right now because I had to rush in here because of, trying to keep to a time schedule. So But without all of that, hopefully you kind of come in, grab a seat, hope you have your tea or whatever, and you know, you're here to enjoy the vibe. You're here for the ride. Also, for those who have been here before, as I normally state to you, and I'm going to state to you new people that's coming in here, you know, hopefully you also like, share, and subscribe as well. Tarot should not be used for professional purposes, or for everything that you do. I don't care if it's spiritual. I don't care if it is if it's medical, if it's financial, if it's legal. The way I kind of like to do my readings is it's just how can I say it? They're kind of like confirmations. They're not saying like, oh, this is exactly what it is. They're kind of like confirmations. So sometimes there may be certain things that resonate with you or that you agree with, and it may be some parts where you don't, or you don't just believe what I'm saying, and that's perfectly fine. I would prefer if you didn't, you know, and I don't say this just for you know, to protect myself legally. Just if that's what your intuition is telling you, that's what exercising your power of discernment is telling you, exercise that, utilize it. I encourage you to use that, not just with my readings, but in your everyday life. Okay. If it's something that feels like it's not resonating, say that and move on. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to get into Kanye. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? No, I don't think it is. Besides, hello, you beautiful people. Whether you are joining the live or you're coming in on the replay. I gotta see if I can move around because my dog is like right under me and I don't want to step on him. He loves to be right under me. Okay. So let's get into it. Oop, oop. So let's take note here. We have the Ace of Waters, which is basically like the Ace of Cups. And then we also have the Muscle, which is also the Judgment card. If you're not familiar with this tarot, it is kind of one of those obscure ones that a lot of people don't like or wasn't gravitating to. I gravitated to it because of the name of it. It's called the Body Tarot, but they definitely could have added the sex organs to this because it's crazy. Your sex organs are important too. I don't care. I know the author did it because they wanted to be gender inclusive, but I have my own personal feelings about that one. I don't know if I ever did a review on this deck either on my channel. I think I did one on TikTok, but yeah. What fell here on the side? We have, again, Two of Waters. Well, not again, but we have another water card, the Two of Waters, and then we also have the Hanged Man Sacrifice. Okay. Oh, the Heart, the Fool. Yeah. Okay, and this one is coming up in reverse. It flew off to the side here. We have, oh. So this is Kanye. This is his dentist. It is the Ten of Waters in reverse. It also reads happiness is the key word on this one. But also, if you do like the Ten of Cups, that do kind of speak to disharmony. That do kind of speak to not having a happy ending. That can speak to things of like not reputation almost is kind of like the word I want to say. It kind of speaks to those points. I'm hearing it didn't go to plan. I don't know what that's dealing with. It didn't go to plan. Okay, what's this one that? So we have, oh, the magician, alchemy. It did come up in reverse, but it also deals with the bone marrow. And the underlying energy we have here is the seven of metal, resolution. Well, I think it's self-explanatory why the Fool, the self-care card is coming up here as well, is the key word on this one, the heart. I think it's understandable why this came up for Kanye. I think most of us would arguably call him a fool right now because of the way he is kind of like portraying himself and acting out in the world. I think this habit, this alleged habit or addiction did come about in a form of him trying to care for the pain and the hurt that he was going through, and he didn't know how to cope with anything else, and this was his out. This was his way to cope. You would have thought it was music, but I guess he needed something a little more. And so yes, you can kind of see how this came about with self-care as well. The other way we can also read this is he probably needs to take care of himself better if these allegations are true. And he probably needs to call in his village, his community. Then we have the happiness here again with for the dentist energy. Yeah, to me, I just, if things aren't going to plan, I'm not happy about what's being alleged. I'm not happy about these rumors. I also feel like to me, there may be a hint of truth to this in some kind of way, because you haven't heard anything, at least I haven't. I haven't heard anything about this dentist speaking out or against the allegations. I haven't heard anything about a cease and desist or something. Nothing like that. So I feel like there may be some hint to what this ex-manager is claiming that this dentist is doing. And then also with this magician, the alchemy coming up in reverse. Again, when I was saying things didn't go to plan, I feel like there's something here about there was maybe a partnership, or maybe something along the lines of like, I was hoping to connect to Kanye in order for me to, I don't know, get in buddy with, for example, the Kardashians or something. But because he isn't on the best of terms with them right now, that kind of went down the drain. So, this kind of feels like a waste or a bust, because my only big client is you. And who's really gonna take a Kanye recommendation now with you acting like this? Like, who really kind of like trusts you? Like, it's one thing if it was a recommendation, a Kanye recommendation for like a music or a producer, something along the lines of dealing with music or a producer or something like that. But this is something medical. Who's really going to trust you? And you're recommending a medical person, someone in the medical field. Like, I think that's probably where those feelings are coming from. But let's see. Let's dive into this a bit more. And you know what's funny? I'm hearing is that Ty Dolla Sign's I Need You More Than Ever? No, that was a J. Cole song, I think. It's called Purple Emoji or Purple Heart, something like that. It's funny, that's the song that's coming to my mind right now. I Need You More Than Ever. So these are some cards that kind of flipped over. I'm going to note these because these all flipped over in my hand. And I just want to note in case they come back out. So we have... well, that just deals my pickle. That's dealing with contentment, success, but it's coming up in reverse. We also have a little something I threw together. This is dealing with triumph, self-esteem, confidence. He's not feeling any of that. Is also, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Self-love, relaxation, regeneration, satiety within. Holler, communication, honesty, courage. I think it's funny that all of these are coming up. It's kind of like he isn't in the best of place, maybe mentally, physically, emotionally. And he's trying to kind of just work through it. And this is his way of working through it. This is was like helping him cope, helping him deal. But he probably needs to actually find a therapist or something like that, or maybe some kind of life coach, somebody he can confide in, he can really trust and care, who really trusts and care and has his best interest at heart. And I don't think he feels like he has anybody like that. So I think it's funny all of those came out. Not funny, but like, that makes sense. Fixing 2 just popped off my finger, so if you wanted to know, I was trying to see what card it was. Then I had a whole bunch fall in my lap. Come on, I just need 1 or 2 cards, Spirit, in regards to Kanye's energy here. Can I get more clarity? It's coming up as the Fool. Okay, this one. Nope, not that one. This. Okay, I had 3 cards there. Okay, here we go. Hush up. Silence, discretion, contemplation, equanimity, consideration, and privacy. Yeah, to me, it's just getting clammed up. I don't feel like I can confide in other people. I don't feel like I have those people I can trust in. I don't think I have those people to go to. And look at what's coming up underneath here. How's your mom and them? Your people. Reach out. Strong roots. Connection. Reunion. Foundation. Why does he feel like he's out here just on his own lonesome? Like nobody? Ooh. Okay. So this is what came out for the dentist, and it reads, "Aren't you precious?" It reads, "Suffering fools, disdain, displeasure. He's unhappy, content, poking fun, read between the lines." And the underlying energy for him, God don't like ugly, nastiness, resentment, argument, spite, grudge, revenge, strife. I wonder if Kanye did something to where he's like allegedly looking at these cards. I wonder if there's something that transpired between him and Kanye where he's getting back at him, maybe. Because supposedly Kanye met this guy for a grill thing, for like when they put the diamonds, the I forget what they call it, like the tops on the teeth. Okay, and what is this? Sweet as a Georgia peach, kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, delicious experience. This reads like clout. This reads like clout chasing with the Georgia peach here. And then the card that's underneath, it came up in reverse, mind you. It says, "Were you raised in a barn? Poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy and politeness, social grace required." And then "too big for your bitches" is the other one. Britches, arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty needed. It's kind of coming up plain and clear to me, pretty simple. I think this was a clout chasing deal at first. Both parties were benefiting. But then somewhere along the lines, I think it's a story as old as time, pretty classic, and I'm inclined to believe it. Kanye probably came off as somebody, maybe allegedly came off high-handed or was speaking down to the dentist or something like that. And that in turn started to change their relationship dynamic. Or it could be a vice versa thing where maybe the dentist feels like allegedly Kanye isn't the smartest tool in the shed and was just kind of like, I'm gonna do whatever I want because you're not gonna understand, you're not gonna get it. So here we are. I'm gonna do what I want because who's gonna be the wiser? Nobody's gonna really miss you because of the way that you act. And so it's just kind of changed the dynamic of the relationship that they had, whether it was professional, cordial, or whatever. But let's see if there's anything else I'm going to get out of this. This reads pretty simple. Sort of, you know, cut and dry. And see, I keep getting something about revenge here too. I want to say it could possibly be it's not revenge because it's coming up in reverse. Like a lot of people on the surface would probably see it as revenge, but it's really not. It was really just like, hey, this was a mistake. This is just kind of like what was naturally going to happen and going down this option, going down this road that we chose. And then independence and patience. What else flipped over in here? Practicality. But let's see if these are actually meant to stick. Spirit, can you give us any additional information? Discovery. Yeah, somebody wanted fame. That discovery card reads like fame to me. And this really could read twofold. Somebody wanting to hide and shelter away from their fame, hating their fame, and then someone wanting the fame by proximities. Excitement is not fun and games anymore. Okay. Publicity. I don't know what's in this stack here. I'm not going to call all of these. I'm not going to keep these all out here. Generosity, organization, escape, fortune. That seems pretty drama. Yeah, this is just reading like a lot of clout chase and stuff. I wanted fame. You were one of the quickest ways to get it, but whatever went wrong here along the way, whatever happened, now I'm starting to regret it. Things aren't working out quite the way I want it. And I don't like it. And I think this is also a twofold kind of thing where Kanye was also trying to, once again, the word cope with where his life is right now with his publicity, his fame, and trying to move forward without one of the most important people in his life, and then maybe some of the things not working out quite the way he wanted in his life. So yeah, this was coming up here with him and the dentist. Now, what I'm interested in is, okay, what's going on with Bianca? Why isn't Bianca interfering with this? I know she sees the behavior. I want to know what's going on with Bianca. We have mistrust. What? Nine of Fire. This is also dealing with heart and I'm gonna say guts. For the purpose of YouTube. Okay, what is? I'm surprised hers is coming up as mistrust. And then Kanye comes up as the high priestess, mystery in reverse. I don't think it comes as a surprise that there's a lot of like intimacy here between these two. Because if you have, I mean, at least for me, is not surprising because I've heard so much about kind of like the inappropriate postings he's made of his wife on Instagram and how some people were trying to get it removed and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. And the card that's coming up for the energy between them is the Moon card, fear. And this, excuse me, deals with the large intestines. Again, I'm going to just say probably guts for, the sake of YouTube. I don't know if that will probably be more acceptable. Excuse me. Now I'm getting the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Okay, before I speak on this, I want to get some more clarity because I hope this is not what I'm getting. I hope that's not what this is. It would kind of explain a lot to me. Okay, these two does not count. This does. Loss. Okay, I had so much try to come out here. Hold on. Uh-oh. I'm not even gonna read these cards because it was so many. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again, Spirit. Pearl. And I had two for the energies between them. Harmony and appreciation both come up in reverse. So yeah, I'm gonna call it because this is just saying. So what I was gathering earlier and what seems to just be confirmed with these cards that I have is that it's pretty much intimacy that's holding these two together. I don't think there's much else, as much as they try to say, oh, we connected on because we have so much in common. I think outside of like bedroom activities and maybe like creatively, I don't think these two really have a lot in common, and there's probably much that they really talk about or agree with, essentially. And the other thing that I got was that I kind of feel like Bianca allegedly, but I just, again, intuitive reading, alleged for entertainment purposes. It feels like Bianca is there as a plant, like your filler. We placed you there strategically for a purpose, for a reason. Who planted her? Why? That's not coming up for me. That's not being clear. But it just feels like she was placed there on purpose for a reason, to be in Kanye's atmosphere. And I don't think she really cares one way or another. I think it's kind of like, I'm just here to do a job. Um, that's just kind of what it feels like. I could be wrong, but that's the energy that I'm getting here. And notice we got quarrel, harmony, appreciation, loss. We got all of the appreciation I want to know is coming up in reverse here. That's also coming up with the moon card. I think it's that Leo. Yeah, so like, you know, Leos love the spotlight being on them. They love the attention, and it's coming up in reverse here with the moon card. So it's kind of like I'm being overshadowed. So to me, it just feels like I'm not, like I'm getting the short end of the stick here. I think this is also, I want to say, is this Mercury with Gemini or is it Pisces? I don't remember. With on the lost card, we have Libra with the sun. So yeah, things are kind of like being equal here. We're not seeing things. You have Mars in Cancer. That's just emotionally fighting. It doesn't feel very fulfilling here outside of like, if we're not talking about art, if we're not talking about adult activities, like we don't have much else to talk about. Like that's just all this is. And so yeah, I feel like that's probably why he feel like he can't trust her and she can't trust him, because it's not like it's something deep. This looks very like shallow. This doesn't read like, to me, I would expect something, at least a baseline of like respect or you know, some kind of mutual thing here between them outside of just, you know, the bedroom, something that's kind of similar. This doesn't feel like a married couple to me. And let's see here. What do we have here? Yeah, I think she just let him do whatever. She's like, you know, if I'm not ordered or I'm not told or something isn't said. Okay, sorry. They're wrestling the dog for a bath. I don't know if you all heard that. So it's, to me it seems like Bianca is like, whatever you like, whatever you want to do. I'm just here. You know, because it's keeping me comfortable or whatever the case may be. I'm just, again, just feels like I'm here to fulfill a job. I'm here to fulfill a duty, and I'm doing that. As long as you're not dead or anything, you know, my portion of my job requirement is complete. Like, I don't have to do anything else. Um, And again, this could also be some clout chasing stuff too, because I've just seen on here passion project as well. So I wonder if there's also a thing here of like she's attaching her name to him as like a step up or a boost up for her own personal reasons. And I don't think it's like a very selfish thing. I don't think it's like it's something that's secretive. Like I feel like Kanye is very much aware of it, but yeah. So it doesn't feel like nefarious or icky to me. We got for Kanye. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Breakthrough, solution, originality, receptivity, and faith. So it's interesting. Faith comes up, and he also has the high priestess, but it's coming up in reverse. Because the high priestess can read, you know, kind of along those lines of like faith, hope, religion in a way. Um, so, and of course, the easiest thing that comes to mind is like he is questioned or has questioned his religion, his belief, his faith in God, which is also understandable after, you know, you lose somebody so close to you, so integral to your life. But I'm not sure why this would come up between him and Bianca. That's kind of throwing me for a loop there. Yeah, adoration, snuggles, kisses, bonding. Yeah, this just reads like amor. This reads like amor, more love, more intimacy, more intensity. It just reads very like, I think that again, the only thing these two really have going for them that is like overriding everything else is the intimacy and the passion, and not just in regards that they have for each other. I think that again, when it comes to their passion projects, when it comes to their creativity, when it comes to their work life, I think that's probably where these two are more aligned. And I feel like that's the only thing that's kind of like been keeping them together. It's the glue that's been keeping these two together. Outside of that, again, I don't think there's much else that these two discuss or have an agreement or an agreement about, or whatever. And I kind of feel like there's a little something here of them using each other. I am stumped on why this faith card came up for him, though. Hmm. That's interesting. I'm stumped on that one. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to go after the messenger. I want to know what's going on with this manager. Why did he feel like now was the time to report something? I don't know how long it's been since him and Kanye fell out, but it seems like he recently fell out with Kanye and then he decided to blow the top off of everything, but he didn't do it before, so why go public with it now? I don't know. Maybe if he was trying to um, keep things under wraps and protect, or, out of respect for Kanye's privacy and stuff like that, trying to handle things behind closed doors, everybody outside this house don't need to know what's going on, but I want to see what's going on with this manager and Kanye. I want to see what's T. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of these cards that just tumbled off to the side. Let me make sure I got them all because I have a habit of like kicking them and not seeing it. Okay, so we have that judgment card again. We also have dominance, and then we also have the emperor. Let's see if they're meant to stick though. Here we go again. Fear, the moon card is coming up again. This time it's coming up in the upright. Okay, and we have health here with the Ten of Woods. And generosity for between them. Huh? This comes up clear. Okay, so let me go back and explain what I was just doing. This comes up for Kanye. Fear, the moon. Only thing I can that's kind of coming through for fear is like um not so much in regards for like his health, but more so of kind of like how are people going to interpret this now? Um how are people going to look at me now that I'm, quote unquote labeled as alleged user. Like, how are people going to look at me now? It seems like it's more so fear in regards to kind of like his reputation or how people look at him. Whereas with the ex-manager, I do think there may have been a little underlying concern here in regards to Kanye's health, but again, I do think this was also something of like um payback, like, out of all I've done for you, out of all I have done for you, um the kind of like the skeletons that I know that's in your closet, and this is how you treat me, and you have real snakes around you, kind of thing. um I think there was a minor concern there in regards to his health with this dentist here, at least what I'm getting here from these cards. But I think it's more so kind of like again, which is understandable. I think it was a quick reaction in regards to like, you're doing this to me allegedly, out of, all of the times that I've helped protect you and hide stuff for you. I have, kept you from harming yourself and things like that. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting. I feel like that's probably why he waited so late. I think he probably was actually concerned in regards to Kanye's health, but I think it was more so just like, and I don't want to say it this way, but for a lack of a better word, it's kind of like, you are our bread and butter. This is how like a lot of people are getting paid. I have to make sure that you're okay. Not saying, you're not important overall just because you're a fellow human being and we have a close relationship with you. But I have known you kind of like before all of this, and I'm concerned and I care. But now that you're kind of like giving me the boot, I'm just gonna blow up your spot. But let's see if this right. So I'm going to get some more clarity on this here. And then I have 2 cards. Okay, so, see, the manager knows something. The manager knows something, and Kanye doesn't want him to reveal it. Remember, again, the moon cards sometimes do speak to things being hidden, secrecy, things kind of cloak and dagger kind of energy. And then we also have the secrets here as well. And this is dealing with, I think this is Venus and Scorpio. So there is some secret energy, some things he doesn't want people to know. On top of that, this makes me feel like this is dealing with some women, because we also have the Libra and the Moon card here. There's a lot of like, I think it's something to do with a woman. There's some secrecy here that he's afraid that the manager could tell. And I wonder if that's if the ex-manager allegedly, this is, just put this feather in your cap. I wonder if this was the minor secret that the ex-manager revealed as kind of like a warning shot to Kanye, like, hey, don't forget, I know bigger things than just this. Like, this is nothing compared to the bigger things that I know. So you best be careful. Let's see here. Hi, baby girl. Don't come in here shaking and everything because you done got your bath. She's going to want to rub on all the furniture. See, look what popped out first. Patience. It kind of reads very calculating. Okay, I had so many cards come out for him this time. Egotism, resourcefulness, innovation, practicality, adaptability, manipulation, risk. Can I get no more than 2 cards, Spirit, in regards to why this ex-manager is coming up as the Ten of Woods? Okay. see that? I don't know how close I can get this to the camera. You see that? Speculation. He has some dirt on him. And notice it's the Cancer card here too. The Cancer is ruled by the moon if you don't know much about astrology. Hey, baby, sit. Hey, baby, sit. You're interrupting my stream. And what we got here? Yeah, there's some dirt he has on Kanye. Okay, look, flirtation. The other cards that come out underneath here as well for the underlying energy is criticism. Let me get that close for you all. Criticism and loss. So to me, it feels like I wonder if this manager has like he has the information or the intel, whatever you want to call it, for the other shoe that could drop on Kanye that could possibly really end him. And I think this whole dentist thing and the, being, allegedly addicted to this gas, this laughing gas or whatnot, is just kind of like the warning shot. Like, don't forget, I know other things about you. I know more. I know worse. So it's best if you play nice. I don't know what happened between Kanye and this manager. I'm not going to dig into that. I think we'll save that for something else. But I think it's pretty juicy that these are the cards that's coming up for them. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going to come up. Any other that additional messages? Spirit in regards to Kanye, his manager. Let's see here, Spirit, is there anything else between me worthy to know? It's here to see. Let's see. Just fell off a turnip truck. Obliviousness, inexperience, gullibility, study, and apprenticeship needed. But it came up in reverse. So this was like dealing with somebody with some experience, someone with some knowledge, some know-how. This also came up reverse. This is dealing with origin, nostalgia, memory, tradition, tribute, visit, past connection. So do he know something recently that happened? Why is the stomping ground coming up in reverse? Is this like some information the ex-manager knows taking hand, maybe? Anything else, Spirit? Any additional messages? Yep, this wants to come out. Oh, barking up the wrong tree. Hey, don't you get back there. Hi, baby girl. Okay. Don't unplug anything. You're going to get yourself tangled up in these cords. Barking up the wrong tree. Dead end. Stalemate. Not now. Lack of clarity. Perspective shift needed. I think these cards is dealing with whatever secret Kanye doesn't want to get out. Because this is not coming through. It's not coming through clear. What? What's the underlying card? Friendship, devotion, worthiness. And a lot of this is kind of coming up sensual. Amorous. Almost. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what this could be dealing with, you all. It's not coming through for me. I definitely think it's probably the dealing with the secret that Kanye doesn't want out there, doesn't want revealed, that the ex manager may know, allegedly, allegedly. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. This is a pretty juicy read. Yeah, I think my two biggest questions was answered. I didn't really care if, you know what, let me take that back. I was concerned. I am concerned about the whole allegation with Kanye being hooked on something that should be administered under medical supervision. But I think more so my concern, um my interest was in, like, where is his community, where is the people who love him, where is the people who should be like surrounding him and caring for him in this moment, and why aren't they stopping it, and why did the manager feel like now was the time to say something after all this time of him being under Kanye's allegedly under Kanye's employment, essentially. So I don't know. This last part of this is a bit confusing, but again, I think it's in regards to a secret that him and Kanye have. And maybe it's best that I don't know. I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with this, spirit, if that's what you're trying to tell me. Protect me. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for this reading. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. If you're watching this on replay, I'm interested to know what your speculations are, what you think this could be alluding to, because it's not coming clear for your girl. So yeah, hopefully you liked this reading. If you did, make sure again to leave a thumbs up, share with friends and family. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, selecting it to all, so that you can know the next time that I upload and or go live. So with all of that being said, I hope you did enjoy this reading. I hope you all remain safe and abundant, and have a good night's rest, or have a great day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next one.